Memory techniques that worked. Method of loci linking items to familiar places. Story chains creating narratives to remember lists. Teaching others explaining new knowledge to friends. Dual coding using visual and verbal memory together. But here's what surprised Dorothy most. Physical exercise was the best brain medicine. Her daily walks increased BDNF brain-derived neurotrophic factor by 300%. Literally growing new brain cells. She added dance classes, which require coordination, memory, GUID, and social interaction, a cognitive triple threat. Dorothy's smart brain approach. Stimulate with new challenges daily. Move your body to grow your brain. Associate new information with known facts. Repeat and teach what you learn. Track progress to stay motivated. The results were extraordinary. Memory test scores improved 40% in 6 months. Learned to play piano at 73. Became Building's unofficial tech support. Started tutoring ESL students. Wrote her memoir, remembering details she thought were lost. Dorothy discovered that challenging her brain with new, difficult tasks created cognitive reserve, a buffer against future decline. Her neurologist was stunned. Your brain scans looked 10 years younger. The biggest revelation. Believing in brain plasticity made it real. When Dorothy stopped accepting decline, her brain stopped declining. She now says, the moment you believe your brain is finished learning is the moment it starts dying. What's one new skill you've been putting off learning? Tell us in the comments. Now, let's talk about Dorothy's incredible transformation. 3 years ago, Dorothy Chen was a statistic waiting to happen. A pre-diabetic, socially isolated, physically weak, mentally declining, and over-medicated. She was on track to become one of the 85% who don't make it past 8. To doctor's prognosis was grim. Continue this path, and you have maybe 5 to 7 years of declining quality of life. Today, Dorothy is unrecognizably, not just physically. At 75, she's medication-free, except for one blood pressure pill. She deadlifts her body weight, speaks Spanish fluently, and leads a thriving community of seniors. Her latest blood work amazed her doctor. You have the biomarkers of someone 20 years younger. But the real transformation goes deeper. She wakes up excited about each day. Travels internationally. Just returned from hiking in Peru and tours young teachers at her former school. Has deeper relationships than ever before, and feels more confident and capable than at 60. The key. Dorothy didn't just change habits. She changed her entire mindset about aging. She stopped accepting decline as inevitable and started seeing each day as an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more connected. I realized I was dying slowly by trying to stay safe, Dorothy reflects. Now I'm living boldly by taking calculated risks. Every new challenge, every social connection, every workout is an investment in my future self. Her message to other seniors is simple. Stop preparing to die and start planning to live. Your body and brain are capable of amazing things at any age. The only thing standing between you and your best decade is fear. Dorothy's 80th birthday party is already planned, a salsa dancing celebration with her Spanish conversation group. Her new goal, to inspire 1,000 other seniors to reclaim their lives before it's too late. Dorothy's transformation could be yours. Which of these 5 deadly mistakes resonated most with you? Comment below with the number 1, 2, 5, and 1 action you'll take today. Your future self will thank you. If this video opened your eyes, please hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Every share could literally save a life. Subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Remember, it's not about adding years to your life, but life to your years. Your best decade isn't behind you, it's waiting for you to claim. When Dorothy restricted her movements, her muscles weakened, her balance deteriorated, and her bones became brittle. Within 18 months of being careful, she could barely get out of a chair without help. The statistics are staggering. Seniors who limit activities due to fall fear are 3 times more likely to fall within a year. Worse, each week of inactivity ages your muscles by 6 months. Dorothy was literally aging herself to death by trying to stay safe. Her wake-up call came when she couldn't lift her 6-pound grandson. A physical therapist delivered the harsh reality. Dorothy, you're 72 with a muscle mass of someone 85. Your protective instincts are killing you. Dorothy's transformation began with the power of 3 program. 3 balance exercises while brushing teeth. 3 strength moves during TV commercials. 3 flexibility stretches before bed. She started with standing on 1 foot for 10 seconds, while holding the sink, sitting and standing from a chair 5 times, gentle toe touches. The progression was remarkable. Week 1, she could barely balance for 5 seconds. Week 4, balancing for 30 seconds without support. Week 12, doing single leg squats. Week 24, hiking with her grandchildren. But here's the game changer. Dorothy learned that muscles can grow at any age. Studies show 90-year-olds can double their strength in 12 weeks. She joined a senior fitness class, discovering that social exercise doubled her consistency. Dorothy added functional fitness to her routine, carrying groceries in different ways to build practical strength. Practicing getting up from the floor critical for fall recovery, walking on different surfaces to improve balance, and dancing to improve coordination and joy. The mental shift was crucial. Instead of avoiding challenges, Dorothy began seeking them. She took stairs when available, holding the railing at first, on grass and gravel intentionally. Practiced standing on 1 leg while cooking. Did chair yoga during TV shows. Today, Dorothy deadlifts 60 pounds and teaches yoga to other seniors. Her bone density improved by 12%. She hasn't fallen in 2 years. Most importantly, she lives without fear, traveling and playing actively with her grandchildren. What's one physical ... activity you've stopped doing out of caution? Tell us below, but don't go anywhere. Mistake number 4 is the sneaky one that affects 7 out of 10 seniors. Mistake number 4. The social isolation time bomb after retirement. Dorothy thought she'd enjoy the peace and quiet, no more managing difficult teachers, no demanding parents, no stressful meetings. But within 6 months, she realized something terrifying. Days would pass without meaningful human interaction. Her world had shrunk to her house, her dog, and occasional grocery runs. Here's what Dorothy didn't know. Social isolation is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases premature death risk by 50% and doubles the risk of dementia for seniors. Loneliness literally kills brain cells, weakens immunity, and accelerates physical decline. The pandemic made it worse. Dorothy's bridge club dissolved. Church moved online. Family visits became video calls. She found herself talking to her dog more than humans, forgetting words and losing track of days. One morning, she couldn't remember if she'd taken her medications or what day it was. The turning point came when Dorothy's daughter found her crying in the kitchen. "I feel like I'm disappearing," Dorothy confessed. That's when they discovered the research. Seniors with strong social connections live 22% longer and have 50% less cognitive decline. Dorothy's connection renaissance began. Small waves to neighbors became coffee invitations. Grocery shopping became social events going during senior hours. She joined a book club at the library, started volunteering at the hospital gift shop, and adopted technology video calls with grandkids, online classes. But the real breakthrough, Kay created the Tuesday Club, a weekly gathering for isolated seniors in her building. It started with 3 people playing cards. Now 20 seniors meet for activities, support, and friendship. She implemented the real connection strategy: regular contact, daily check-ins with close friends, emotional depth, sharing feelings, not just facts, active engagement, doing activities together, laughter and joy, keeping interactions positive. The transformation was profound. Her vocabulary improved within weeks. Depression lifted without medication. Blood pressure dropped 15 points. She looked forward to each day. Memory issues reversed as she engaged in conversations. Dorothy learned that quality matters more than quantity. One deep conversation beats 10 surface interactions. She now maintains 3 close friendships with daily contact, 10 social acquaintances for weekly interaction, 1 volunteer commitment for purpose, and 1 learning group for mental stimulation. Technology became her bridge, not barrier. She mastered video calls for family connections, joined online communities for her hobbies. She used social media to reconnect with old friends and participated in virtual classes and lectures. Today, Dorothy's calendar is fuller at 75 than at 65, but with meaningful connections, not obligations. She hosts weekly dinners, mentors younger retirees, and even started dating again after 3 years of widowhood. How many days pass without you having a real conversation? Share your honest answer below. Now, brace yourself for mistake number 5. It's the one nobody talks about. Mistake number 5. The memory myth massacre. Senior moments. Old age. It's normal to forget. Dorothy believed these lies until the day she forgot her granddaughter's name. She was convinced dementia was inevitable, that mental decline was just part of aging. This belief nearly destroyed her mind. Here's the shocking truth. Accepting memory loss as normal accelerates cognitive decline by 60%. When Dorothy stopped challenging her brain, assuming forgetfulness was natural, she created a self-fulfilling prophecy. Her brain, like an unused muscle, began to atrophy. The science is clear. The brain can grow new cells at any age. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, doesn't stop at 60, 70, or even 90. But Dorothy's passive acceptance was literally shrinking her hippocampus memory center by 2% yearly. Her cognitive crisis peaked when she got lost driving to her daughter's house, a route she'd taken for 15 years. The GPS couldn't help because she'd forgotten the address. Sitting in a parking lot, crying and confused, Dorothy realized she was losing herself. That moment sparked Dorothy's brain renaissance protocol. Mental fitness routine. Morning, 15-minute brain training app. Lumosity. Elevate. Afternoon. Learn something. New Spanish, piano, painting. Evening. Journaling to process the day. Before bed, reading challenging books. Not just easy fiction. The never stop learning principle. Week 1. Struggled with basic Spanish phrases. Month 1. Could order coffee in Spanish. Month 6. Having conversations with native speakers. Year 1. Reading Spanish novels. Did you know that while most people believe they'll live beyond 90, 85% actually pass away before their 82nd birthday? The shocking truth isn't about genetics or bad luck. It's about 5 deadly mistakes that millions of seniors unknowingly make every single day. What if I told you that by simply avoiding these common errors, you could potentially add 10 to 15 quality years to your life? Today, we're going to meet Dorothy, a 72-year-old retired school principal who discovered these mistakes almost too late and learned how her transformation can save your life. The third mistake on our list is so common that 9 out of 10 people watching this are probably doing it right now. And the fifth one is the silent killer that doctors rarely talk about because it's too simple to believe. Stay with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could be the difference between celebrating your 90th birthday or becoming another statistic. Meet Dorothy Chen, a vibrant 72-year-old former school principal from Cincinnati. 3 years ago, Dorothy was the picture of health, or so she thought. She walked her dog Max every morning, played bridge twice a week, and prided herself on being independent. But then came the wake-up call, a minor fall that led to a hospital visit, revealing prediabetes, dangerously low vitamin D, and warning signs of cognitive decline. Doctor's words still echo in her mind. Dorothy, at this rate, okay, you might not see 80. That moment changed everything. Dorothy embarked on a mission to understand why seemingly healthy seniors, like herself, were dying younger than expected. What she discovered shocked her, and it will shock you too. The CDC reports that the average life expectancy is 79. But here's what they don't tell you. Most people lose their quality of life years before that. The real tragedy. These early deaths are largely preventable today. Dorothy is healthier at 75 than she was at 72. Her transformation came from eliminating 5 specific mistakes that she, like millions of seniors, have been making daily. These aren't complicated medical procedures or expensive treatments. They're simple, everyday choices that can literally mean the difference between life and death. Have you noticed changes in your energy levels lately? Drop a comment below and let us know now. Let's dive into the first deadly mistake that could be stealing years from your life. Mistake number 1, the medication multiplication trap. Dorothy's medicine cabinet used to look like a pharmacy. Sound familiar? We're taking 12 different medications daily. Pills for blood pressure, cholesterol, sleep, pain, and more. But here's the terrifying truth. Taking 5 or more medications increases your risk of death by 88%, according to recent Johns Hopkins research. The problem isn't the individual medications. It's what happens when they interact. Dorothy discovered she was taking 2 different blood thinners prescribed by different doctors who weren't communicating. Add an over-the-counter pain reliever, and she was a walking time bomb. One day, she noticed unusual bruising and fatigue. A trip to her pharmacist revealed she was dangerously close to internal bleeding. But the medication trap goes deeper. Each new symptom often leads to another prescription. It's creating a vicious cycle. Dorothy's sleeping pills were causing daytime drowsiness, so she was prescribed something for energy that caused stomach issues, leading to antacids, which interfered with nutrient absorption, causing more problems. The solution? Dorothy implemented the medication audit system. She created a master list of all medications, including supplements, scheduled quarterly reviews with her pharmacist, insisted all her doctors communicate before prescribing, questioned every new prescription. Is this replacing something or adding to it? And explored non-pharmaceutical alternatives when safe. Within 6 months, Dorothy safely reduced her medications from 12 to 5 under careful medical supervision. Her energy returned, her mind cleared, and those mysterious symptoms vanished. She discovered many issues were actually side effects, not new conditions. The joint pain she was medicating was caused by her cholesterol medication. The insomnia requiring sleeping pills was a side effect of her blood pressure medicine taken too late in the day. Dorothy now follows the STAMP protocol before accepting any new medication. Is the symptom new or a side effect? Have we tried non-drug? Solutions first. Are all my doctors aware of this addition? Will this mix safely with current medications? What's the plan to eventually stop this medication? Are you taking multiple medications? When was the last time you reviewed them all with one healthcare provider? Share your experience below. But wait until you hear about mistake number 2's hiding in your kitchen, right? Now, mistake number 2, the invisible poison in your pantry. When Dorothy opened her pantry 3 years ago, it looked healthy enough. Whole grain cereals, low-fat cookies, sugar-free drinks. But she was unknowingly consuming what geriatric nutritionists call age accelerators, foods that speed up cellular aging and inflammation. The biggest culprit, hidden sugars and artificial sweeteners. That healthy granola bar contained 22 grams of sugar, more than a donut. Her sugar-free drinks were loaded with aspartame, which research links to increased stroke risk in seniors. Even worse, These foods were triggering insulin spikes that were pushing her toward diabetes. Dorothy's turning point came during a grocery trip with her nutritionist daughter. They discovered her whole grain bread contained high fructose corn syrup. Low-fat products were packed with sugar to improve taste. Canned soups had sodium levels that could spike blood pressure dangerously. Processed meats contained nitrates linked to cognitive decline. But the real shock: Dorothy was chronically dehydrated, mistaking thirst for hunger at 72. Her thirst signals had diminished, a common issue in seniors that leads to kidney problems, confusion, and falls. She was drinking just 2 to 3 glasses of water daily, while consuming dehydrating caffeine and alcohol. Dorothy revolutionized her kitchen with the 555 rule: 5 ingredients or less in any packaged food. 5 glasses of water by 5 p.m. to avoid nighttime bathroom trips. 5 different colored fruits and vegetables daily. She replaced packaged snacks with nuts and seeds, sugary drinks with herbal teas and infused water, processed meats with lean proteins like fish and chicken, and white bread with actual whole grains, not just whole grain labeled products. The hydration breakthrough came when Dorothy started her water ritual: a glass of water immediately upon waking, a water bottle marked with hourly goals, herbal tea counted toward hydration, and fruits with high water content for snacks. The result? Her prediabetes reversed within 4 months. Energy soared. Even her skin looked younger. Joint pain decreased as inflammation reduced. Her kidney function improved dramatically. But here's what shocked her most: her grocery bill actually decreased by 30% as she stopped buying expensive processed foods. Take a moment right now, check one item in your pantry. How many ingredients does it have? Let us know in the comments. Now prepare yourself for mistake number 3. It's the one that nearly cost Dorothy her independence. Mistake number 3. The mobility mindset death spiral. Just be careful. That's what Dorothy told herself after her first fall. She stopped taking stairs, avoided uneven surfaces, and gradually limited her movements. Sound reasonable? It's actually one of the deadliest mistakes seniors make. Here's the brutal truth: fear of falling creates a vicious cycle that virtually guarantees you will fall.